Hey guys, it's your girl doing the most. This video consists of 4 days. I also tell the story of how I lost all my footage to day 2 and 3. Bear with me, it's a long one. So, when you've made a commitment to yourself and you've even recruited people to help you to be accountable, you say you're going to do this thing and you try to stick to it, right? And we all know how difficult it is to make changes in our lives. And, when it's just been rough. So I'm not new to getting up and running or walking and stuff like that, but I haven't been consistent. And again, I said my house, that's a sore spot for me, is not in the condition that I want it to be in. It's decent, it's all right, but it's not decorated as I wanted. Things aren't in place the way I would love for them to be. So all of that played a role in me deciding to make a change, right? So I made this commitment. I got all my stuff ready. Boom, I'm on it, right? So I did my day 1. That was great. Out the box. It was nice. No problem. I did my day 2. Day 2 was really good, right? So I started on Wednesday, that's Thursday. So now we're at day 3, which is Friday. I get up Friday morning early. I did everything, get ready to go outside to take the dogs out. And I noticed that it's drizzling a little bit. So I said, okay, no problem. Boom, we backtrack. I go and flip up the outfit. Because I don't know why I didn't look at the weather that morning, but I just didn't. So we go back inside, I flip up, right? So I got my waterproof shoes on, my waterproof walking shoes on. I didn't bother to put my sweatpants on because it was still nice as far as temperature. I put my raincoat on and I went out with my guys, right? So we're out there for a little bit and then it started to come down a little bit harder. So I bring him back to the house because a damp dog is okay, but a soaking wet dog, that's a whole different story. So when it started to come down a little bit more, I took them back to the house. And the voice came to me and said, I might as well just shut it down. I said, nope, no ma'am, no sir. We are going to do what we said. We're going to put these 5 miles in. So I took them back to the house. Of course, they were upset, especially Mr. Zeus, because he's not used to that. Bella, she was all right, but Zeus, I had to physically force him into the house. So I walk away, I've got them secure, boom, I'm going back on my grind now, and I'm about 5 or 6 houses down from me, and my phone is ringing off the chain. People are calling me upset. I get a phone call, where are you? What's going on? The dogs are going crazy, blah, 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 blah. Just, they barking and whining and carrying on. Every little noise they hear, they just doing the most. So again, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just going to shut it down and go home. It is early. I'm disturbing people's sleep and stuff like that. And then again, I physically, literally turned around and started walking back home. And I said, no, audibly, like loud. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put in the 5 miles that I said I'm going to put in. And I was thinking, if I don't do it this morning, when else am I going to do it? I'm not going to have time to do it today. And plus, I don't want to get into the habit of skipping the morning because I do it later. No, I just want to do it when I said I'm going to do it. So I turned back around. I said, no, I'm going to get these miles in. Okay, so I'm doing my thing. Boom, it's feeling good. I got my hat on. I got my hoodie on. So my hood, my raincoat on. So I really didn't realize how heavy it was raining. So I'm walking, my phone went out. I'm thinking it's just dead. It was just dead because of the battery. Because I didn't plug it in the night before, blah, 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 bullshit story. I didn't plug it in the night before. So the phone went silent. I'm like, damn, I'm not going to have a record of this walk. So I just want to pause right there and just say, man, whenever it is that you're trying to make a change for the better in your life, all these obstacles come up, all these roadblocks came up, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna sidestep them, I'm gonna hurdle them, I'm gonna crawl under them, I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do because I said I'm gonna put these 5 miles in. Right? So the phone went dead. Now I don't have any record of my walk as far as my distance and stuff like that. I don't have an idea of what the time is. Because if I'm walking and looking at the time and I'm close to my finish time, I'm hustling up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pumping. Or if I know I can relax, whatever. So I still said, nope, full steam ahead. We're finishing it up. So I go through, finish my walk, boom, came home, right? I get in the house. First of all, I was upset. I already was on the road. I was upset because my shoes, one foot of my shoes was soaking wet. I mean, it's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Every time I step, it was soaking wet. I didn't step in any puddles or anything like that. I'm going to put up a picture of these shoes because they're expensive shoes. I take really good care of my feet, and you know, people with back problems know that it starts from the foot up. So I have a really good foot support shoes. I buy good shoes, that type of thing. So this is like my third pair of this brand of shoes. I have, like, I call them my summer pair because they're more meshy and lighter. And once the grass started to get wet, like with the dew in the morning and the guys want to take me in the grass, I was like, oh, I can't have my feet be wet. So I went out and purchased a waterproof pair. That failed me. My feet were soaking wet. I was so pissed off at that point. Okay, still full steam ahead because I'm going to finish the walk, wet feet or not. I get home now, upset about my shoes. Anyway, I'm taking my raincoat off and it's like sticking to my body. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I really didn't put it together while I was out there. But when I look, I'm like, I'm wet. My skin is wet. So still, again, didn't pay it no 2 cents, nothing. Which is like, damn. Took my phone out. It had a little bit of water on it. No problem. I dried that off, went upstairs, put it on the charger, went in the shower. I come out the shower. All I hear is dot, 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 dot. I'm like, what the hell sound is that? When I look into my phone and it's showing me the water signal thing. I took the case off. I banged it out. Still not thinking how severe it was, right? So I dried it off, finished, hurry up and got dressed. Because you know I'm up against the time now, up against the clock now. So I finished up, got dressed, got everything together, boom, grabbed it, jumped into the car. On the way to work, I put it in the car vent and turned the heat on full blast, hoping it would dry it out. I did that for about 10 minutes or so. After about that, I plugged it in, tried it out, and it started charging like normal. The phone itself was still off from the low battery. But it started charging. So I was like, oh my God, I dodged a bullet. Oof, thank goodness. Man, by the time I got to work, phone charged up to about 40%. I'm like, cool. I turned the phone on. This screen was breakdancing and crackling and acting like freaking Hills of Eyes or something. How it was just losing it. I said, oh my gosh, no. So, needless to say, the phone pretty much died. It was trying to come back, but the touch screen wouldn't work. Every time you even hovered your hand over it, it was doing random pins. It locked me out. I ended up having to find a Verizon store. I went online, looked at the phones, decided what phone I wanted. And of course, it's the Ultra, the 23 Ultra Samsung Jones on launch day. I had no idea. I called several Verizon store. They're talking about, no, we don't have any phone. We just have for pre-sales. I'm like, what kind of business are you running? Finally, I asked. The man was like, it's launch day. This is the first day this phone is being released. I said, oh my gosh. Called around about 4 different Verizon in the vicinity of my job. Found a spot. Went over there praying that they could somehow restore my phone. They could not. We were able to get a new phone though, all of that. I was out $400 for the day. Oh my gosh. It's so much. Then got my phone up and running. Boom, boom, bam, no problem. My photos and videos were not backed up. Do you hear me? My stuff was not backed up. The last set of pictures I got from the recovery or the download or the transition or whatever was from January 22. January, my trip to Jamaica, January 22, was the last set of pictures that came over to my new phone. Do you know how sick I am? My raincoat that I had on was North Face. We're not talking Payless. We're not talking Walmart. North Face. And not that anything was wrong with Walmart, because I got Walmart shit. But I'm just saying that to say, when you think about quality and spending money and you want the best of everything, or you want something that's going to be functional for you, you sort of think highly or more highly of the name brand products. I'm about to light them up in an email. Out $400, lost all my data, all my footage. Day 2 was already edited. I just had to do a little bit of more voiceover to put up. Day 3 was ready to go, and there you have it. Everything was lost. But again, the lesson in it, what is the damn lesson in it? Because I can look at it like I got all the warning signs not to go, but I forced myself to go, right? So what is the lesson? I should have listened to the warning signs. Was that God telling me not to go out there? Or were those obstacles that were preventing me from excelling, from going to the next level personally, spiritually, mentally? Because when you come off of that couch, and I'm not talking about the literal couch, I'm talking about like an emotional couch or a spiritual couch. I'm not talking about a physical couch. When you get off that couch and get moving, there's stuff in the universe that wants you on that couch. There's things in the universe that want you on that couch. And so when you are determined to get off that couch and get to a higher level, whatever that may be, because you don't know how those changes those small changes that you're making, whether it be personally or even on the job, could impact your future or impact the rest of your life. I've already seen improvement. This is day 8 that I'm recording this retelling of what happened to me, and I've already seen improvement. I have not been late to work, not one day this week, and I can't remember the last time I could say that. To be on time at work for 3, 4, 5, 6 days stretch. It's been a long time, and I'm grateful that I have good employers, understanding employers that tolerate that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call it for what it is. It's bullshit. But maybe this is preparing me for the new employer that ain't gonna tolerate that shit. You see what I'm saying? So how do you take that? How do you look at that? How do you interpret that? So part of me is pissed off as hell that I lost all my shit, but another part of me was happy that I stayed true to my commitment to myself and didn't allow anything to get in the way of me accomplishing what I said I was going to do. So anyway, I've had to adjust my wake up time. At first I was getting up at 5 o'clock, but I was still running into a time crunch. So I worked my schedule backwards from the time that I needed to leave the house. And the verdict came in. I have to get up at no later than 4:15. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of days. And I must say, it has not been too bad. I do have to work on getting to bed on time. I'm still not falling asleep till about 11 or so, but I need to be literally asleep by like no later than 10:30 to get at least 6 good hours of rest. Um, I'm good throughout the day, but probably around maybe 1:30, I start to feel it a little bit, just really tired, drowsy. I got to get up and move and, jump around and just get some energy or get some sugar, which I'm going to have to cut out pretty soon. But I think if I get to bed at a better hour, at a decent hour, I would be okay. Cause for the most part, I am energetic. I can make it through the day with no problem. It's just that I have that quick little 30-minute bout that I gotta fight that Z monster for real, for real. But, I got a plan for him. I got a plan for him. Hey, thank you guys for watching.